Welcome to Round Glass. I'm Miriam Parker, and I'm honored to be a part of this very special series for Suicide Prevention Week, creating hope and inspiring change. So today I will be guiding you on the importance of destigmatizing mental health and improving our capacity to care for each other. So, as we enter into this session, I'd like to offer you a contemplation and an inner question for you to just ask for yourself. You don't have to write it in the chat. But I want to invite all of you to think about what it feels like if I said, create space this week to pay attention to your own mental health needs and to create space for others to be supported in whatever way that means to you. So there is no one way to show support. It's almost, I want you to just feel this week is your week to pay attention to this. And however that looks to you, please let me support you to go for it. And I want to start this session giving you two prompts. One is think about two people in your community that you would like to reach out to and support. And one of those people, which it helped me to think of it this way, is somebody in your family or a coworker that is somehow marginalized, maybe not seen. And then the other person who is someone who's very popular and is always seen. And then what does it look like for you to reach out? And when I say reach out, I'm asking you to think about what friendliness feels like. So I'm replacing today in our practice love with friendliness. So as you think about those two people, think about what friendliness feels like. So this week is an invitation for all of us to turn our minds towards the importance of creating safe spaces between friends and family and as many communities as you are part of. Because if we can create safe spaces in the relationships that we have, we're also creating spaces where people can be vulnerable. And what that means to me is that I'm creating a space that people do not feel judged, creating spaces and interactions between us that we can be celebrated for all of the different shades of us, not just for the super shiny, happy parts of us, that we are creating intelligent interactions that invite us to be all of ourselves. And what a relief that is that you can show up and be all of you, no matter what color and flavor that is. Because one of the most famous teachings of the Buddha is called the Four Noble Truths. And the first noble truth is life is not just pleasurable. In life, there is also pain. And that was this big moment of wisdom, which we're like, what? That's obvious. We see this all the time. This seems ridiculous. But for so much of our lives, we are under pressures to show up as happy. And if we're not happy, we haven't gone to enough weekends of self help. If I just did one more workshop, I wouldn't feel like this. But what if we started to open up and create a world where we did not, within our own independent self, did not need to be everything? That we allowed others to kind of uplift the parts that are not our specialties, that we allowed ourselves to be vulnerable and to be supported so that together we are creating a wholeness, and that our wholeness does not come from our separateness. Our wholeness comes from our friendliness, our reaching out to others and showing them compassion and love, our reaching out to others and saying we need help. All of that equal, this equalness, this practice of equanimity. So I want to invite all of us in today's meditation to bring to mind an image of friendliness, a moment of warmth that somebody extended out to us that shifted our hearts. And we're going to use that feeling in our meditation. That feeling we're going to imbue in our breath. That feeling we are going to let the body mimic in the way it finds stillness for ourselves. And through this practice, I hope very much for all of us that we can touch an authentic feeling and sensation of truly being loved, truly feeling friendliness, so that we feel rich and wealthy to extend it to others. So we'll begin. Let's take a deep breath together, not alone, but together. Breathe together. Deep breath in, come on, and just let it out. Let's do it again. Deep breath in. And then as though you're blowing a balloon, exhale through your lips. And settle into whatever posture you feel will be supportive to you. So again, I invite you to use your meditative focus to extend space, safe space in your meditation practice right now. To acknowledge the you in whatever form it is presenting itself. So invite any tension is welcome in this meditation. However you come, you are safe here to be you. And just feel a sigh of relief underneath that pathos. You're welcome in this meditation in whatever form you arrive. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Move your body into a state of stillness. And as you feel what stillness means to you, just notice the currents of movement that this stillness is holding. Begin to use the breath to relax the muscles around your eyes. Freeing the gaze of the eyes to begin to look inward, to feel, to practice non-judgment. Keep using the breath to relax the muscles around the eyes. To be kind and welcome in any sensation that relaxation created. releasing tensions around the nose. Each release of tension is a tiny gesture of friendliness, of acceptance. You're relaxing the jaw and you're allowing the tongue to move back into the root of the tongue. Every muscle in the face begins to release, and each release of tension is an opening. Each relaxation, each breath that releases the tension is an invitation to accept and feel deeper. The tensions begin to feel like drips of water running off your chin, your shoulders and collarbone, your elbows, your fingertips. Allow your seat to fasten to your cushion or chair. Firmly rooting yourself to the earth. Feel the eyelashes. Feel the wetness between your lids. And the eyelids like pillows just kissing your eyes. And then begin to make space for the mind to drift down from the penthouse of your head to your heart. The intention for this meditation is to feel the value of safe space, to invite all the shades of you to feel accepted. So take a moment to bring the mind to that feeling. You are safe. You can receive and be open to where you are. Where are you? What do you need? As though the mind is a small child that you are caring for. Whatever it is that you need, use the breath. Imbue the breath with the qualities of the fortitude that you need. Nice, slow, sultry breaths in and out, drawing in fragrance of quality of mind until your whole body is perfumed with this sensation. And with this mind, bring up a memory of somebody extending friendliness to you. Memory of a friendly exchange that opened your heart. You were really down or feeling certain ways about yourself, and they shifted that for you, or the experience shifted that. And then picture your heart like a small little knot that's blue. And you're going to wiggle your mind and that memory inside your heart. And you're going to begin to use that memory to massage the heart open until you're having this palpable feeling, the same brightness and feeling of love that this simple gesture of friendliness gave you. Wait until you feel the shift. And then use that sensation to massage the heart until you can have a glimpse of your wealth. The breath whispering into the heart and opening the muscle. The breath and the memory are one. Stay there. The shift is happening in your heart, and it begins to take on the image of blue light, piercing, refracted light that pierces out of your heart, opening you up and illuminates every part of your body. You can feel it in your toes. And then it begins to extend out of your heart. And I want you to picture the two people that you chose. The two people that you chose. And then begin to extend that light, which is that feeling and injecting into them, imbuing their body, imbuing their heart with this act of friendliness. See their whole being shift as this act, this feeling massages their heart and opens their heart with blue light and opens their whole body. And this act of friendliness is simply an act of I see you. I see you. So what seemed like a simple gesture becomes a force that changes and transforms their life forever. Their body is filled with light, and from their heart it starts to beam out, extending out into their communities. You're extending it out to your loved ones, to the people you don't care so much about, never gave them a second thought, really. Extend it to them. Extend it to the people that you feel don't see you, have maybe not treated you the best because they don't see the beauty. Extend that light so they can see. Open their heart. Feel this blue light filling everyone you know. Starting with that heart massage until there's a shift, and then it fills their body. And the cycle continues. And it extends not just to the beings, it extends to the way that people begin to interact with all parts of the world, with the earth, with nature. And there is a wholeness that is felt through the connectivity between us all. Begin to bring the light back into your body. See the light in your two people, your two special people, reduced down to a little glimmer like a sand of brilliance in their heart. And just feel, may all beings have joy and its causes. May all beings be free from suffering and its source. May all beings never be apart from joy. And may this practice that we've all done together contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom of others. And with this, begin to deepen your breath and just take a moment, be really kind as you come out of this meditation today. Maybe just not go right back to your phone or computer. Just take a moment to take in the environment. You want to be kind when you go deep in the heart. Be kind going in, be kind going out, be gentle and sweet. All right, beautiful. So I really want to support you. My biggest intention or offering to you is that you know how wealthy you all are. If you're listening to this meditation and you have one memory of friendliness that you can recall on, that is enough to open your heart. And once the heart is open, you can start, sharing the love. And that's a really empowering thing that we can offer others, is that they matter. They're a part of a network. We need them. We need you. You need me. I need you. So I have a question here, and you're please welcome to ask me any questions. So I have the question: life is not always pleasurable, which we know is true. They say, thank you for that. My question is, how do I reach out to someone I'm not on good terms with, but feel they need a friend right now? So I guess the fear about reaching out to somebody that you're not on good terms with is getting a rejection from them. Reaching out to them with, and it's really it takes a lot of skillful means, but reaching out to somebody in a way where you're truly not asking anything in return. And that might take a little practice. You might want to write it down or review it with a friend. Am I really giving something to them without needing them to respond, or um, able to offer that without caring too much about what the return is? And I know I've done that in some real, it's like making amends, right? Taking responsibility and giving an offering from that place. So thank you for that question, because it does take skillful means. And I think the way to kind of check yourself is that, am I taking responsibility for whatever I'm saying? Am I really giving something? So that might help. And however you reach out, voice memo, text, send a letter, you kind of know them the best to see how they would be the most responsive. But just do it. Just consistently love, even when they don't love in return, because I know it makes a difference. I know it has in my life. The other question I got is, I want to practice being truly caring, but when I thought of certain people in my life, anger and resentment came up, not acceptance. Can I meditate to get past these bad feelings? Um, so that's what's an interesting thing is, right? If I say meditate on love, it's why I try to use friendliness. A whole bunch of different images are going to fire up. For certain people, love is going to be like, oh, get me out. For other people, love is going to be like running along a field with Lassie and everything's perfect and you're in. So I think that, how do I meditate to get beyond these feelings of resentment, is there the classic Buddhist response, which I will give you in my own language, is remember that everybody is pain avoiders. Everybody is doing what they think will bring them the most pleasure, including you, including myself. Everybody's afraid to die. It's a kind of the same thing, like everybody poops, this kind of thing. But it does help to remember that equally we're all in this boat going forward, doing our absolute best. And that's such a challenging practice, is, can we move through our life with a certain psychological premise that I have everything I need and I'm doing my best, even if my best doesn't look like the best to me. My best, if I look back in the past at things I judge harshly, I'm like, oh wow, it wasn't that bad. I want to answer all of your questions, so I'm going to dive in for the last one. I feel guilty when you ask me to think of a time when someone who extended friendliness to me. I felt sadness because of a past grudge I've kept alive. How often can I do this mess? Okay. Whatever arrives in your meditation, guilt or sadness, it is perfect. You can always return to this meditation. Do it as much as you need to until you feel nourished. If sadness arose, it means you need to take care of it. It's like, hey, sadness, I'm still here. Okay, I got you. So I leave you all with lots of fortitude, of friendliness, and an image of creating a world not dependent on just your own happiness, but dependent on how we are leaning out towards one another. So please revisit this meditation many, many times. You can find it on my profile. And as well, I'll be back on Thursday with you on self-care. Thank you.